1 second. All right. Shoplifting matter for you, out of the Pima County Justice Court. Also see evidence here of a warrant, though I don't believe that's in front of me this evening. So on your warrant, let me just confirm, I don't believe you're being held on anything else.
It should be a trespassing, sir.
In front of me, and all I can see here is a charge of shoplifting from earlier, looks like last month. Just a reminder, sir, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say
Yes,
can
sir.
be held against you. On the shoplifting matter, sir, on the matter that I have in front of me, I'm going to set a hearing for you on November the 4th at 8:30 in the morning in front of Judge Charlene Pescara at the Pima County Justice Court. Do you know where that is?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
It's by downtown, right?
Yes, sir. It's downtown on Stone Avenue. And
Exactly where it's at.
if I release you, you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir.
I sure will, sir.
All right.
I will be there.
And I'm going to release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not go back to wherever this incident allegedly occurred or have any contact with any alleged victims. And again, that hearing is November the 4th at 8:30. You'll receive a copy of this, of the court order. But otherwise, you'll be released. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, you're going to end up right back in custody. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're excused.
God bless.
Brandon before. Good to you. Yep.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Brandon Lee McCord. And August 1990.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. Time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on looks to be a charge, 2 charges out of the oral related to criminal trespass in the 2nd degree and possession of drug paraphernalia. See here also being held at the Superior Court. Joe, can we confirm Mr. McCord's being held on a felony matter? Thank you. Okay. So, sir, the only thing that I have in front of me right now is the Oro Valley matter. On those, what I'm going to do is set a hearing for you later next month, November 25th, and I'm going to let the judge up there know that you are in custody. I'm also going to appoint an attorney for you. I'm sorry? Yes. I'm going to appoint Mr. Richard Glenn. His phone number is going to be in the court order you received from this evening's hearing. I'm not going to hold you since you're already being held on the felony matter. So if you are released, your hearing is going to be again on November the 25th at 10:30. Mr. Glenn is going to be representing you. If you are released, I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or return to wherever this incident allegedly occurred. But otherwise, sir, that's all I have for you this evening. Thank you very much. You're excused.
Stand up, out the door. Party. Go the other way, go the other way. You up there.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
John Joseph Target III, January 6, 1998.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cardy. Good evening. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here today based on a charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct allegedly occurring earlier today. Just to remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. Give me 1 second. I need to take a look here at pretrial services reports. All right. I don't seem to be being held on any other matter. All right, sir. I'm going to set a hearing for you in this case on November the 24th at 9 a.m. at the Tucson City Court. Do you know where that is?
Yes, sir.
If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yeah.
And I'll release you on your promise. I'm going to set an arraignment for you, so that you can be formally advised of the charges. That'll be in front of Judge Wendy Million. Again, that's going to be on November the 24th at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not commit any acts of domestic violence, and that you not have any contact of any kind with the alleged victim, to include going to where they work or live. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I understand.
All right, sir. And you'll be released later this evening. Please make sure and attend your hearings. Otherwise, you can end up right back in jail.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're excused. Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Geneva Victoria Jose Maria, August 12th, 1994.
Thank you, ma'am. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here based on charges of, I think there's several matters, but the most recent are a misdemeanor charge of domestic violence assault and a misdemeanor charge of domestic violence disorderly conduct from earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, which may be appointed to you by court, or you can always hire one at your own expense. I'm just going to take a look here at some information from pretrial services. All right, looks like the alleged victim was contacted, does welcome additional contact with you, and does not object to your release. And I don't believe you're being held on any other matter. So I'm going to consolidate all your pending cases with this new one, and I'm going to set a single hearing for you on all of them for December the 1st at 9:30 in the morning. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll release you on your promise. Again, that hearing is going to be on December the 1st at 9:30 in front of Judge Mayhew at the City Court in downtown Tucson. In order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not commit any acts of domestic violence. I'm not going to order no contact with the alleged victim, but please understand any contact you have with the alleged victim needs to be peaceful, respectful, and if they decide they don't want to have any more contact with you, you need to break it off, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll also enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to the new charges, and further advise you that in addition to the rights I just mentioned, you also have the right to be presumed innocent and have the state bear the burden of proof of your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to attend all hearings in your case, and again, to have the state bear the burden of proving you guilty. However, if you fail to attend any hearings, to include a trial, Those hearings or that trial could proceed in your absence. New charges could be filed against you or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, you could lose the right to appeal any conviction. You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
All right, then you'll be released later this evening. Please make sure and attend all your hearings and good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Mark Allen Blakemore, 12/23/1980.
All right, Mr. Blakemore, do we have, someone from the Public Defense Service present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. All right. All right, Mr. Blakemore, good evening. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on a couple of matters. The first involves a felony complaint of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia, allegedly occurring earlier today. And the second is a misdemeanor charge of possession of drug paraphernalia and, disorderly conduct, domestic violence disorderly conduct. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And I'm sorry, 1 second. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right, on felony matter, I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's recommendation. I do note state is recommending pretrial services supervision and a steps court evaluation. Anything else to add from the state?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm inclined to agree. Any further comment?
Yes, we agree.
Okay. Is defense waiving time on the preliminary hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Blakemore, on your felony matter, I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. First, just to give you the good news, I am going to release you to the supervision of pretrial services. So you're going to be released from custody later this evening. After that, there's going to be a hearing on November the 3rd at 9 a.m. at the Pima County Superior Court. That hearing is to screen you for the STEPS program, which, if successfully completed, may result in your felony charge being dismissed without having to proceed to something further like a plea agreement or a trial. So it's very important that you show up, that you're on time, and that you participate fully. Just in case that hearing doesn't go forward or it's unsuccessful, I'm going to set a preliminary hearing date for you on December the 9th at 1:30 in the afternoon at the Pima County Justice Court. As part of your conditions of release, I'm going to order that you submit to any monitoring or treatment as directed by pretrial services, and that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs. On your misdemeanor matter, I'm going to set an arraignment for you in front of Judge Wendy Million at the Tucson City Court. That'll be on December 2nd at 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna similarly order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs or commit any acts of domestic violence. I'm gonna appoint the city public defender's office to represent you in that case, given that there's a felony connect. Based on the alleged victim's expressed wishes to pretrial services, I'm not gonna order no contact, but need you to understand that any contact you have with the alleged victim needs to be respectful and peaceful. And if at any time they decide not to have further contact with you, you need to break it off, okay?
Understood.
All right, sir. And that's all I have for you. You'll be released later this evening. Please make sure and contact pretrial services and your attorney. Stay in contact with them so that you're up to date on the next stages of your case. And please do not miss any hearings in any of your cases. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Marco Gresham.
I'm sorry? Can you please repeat that?
Marco Gresham.
Gresham. Thank you. What's your date of birth?
9/11/1983.
Thank you. All right, sir. Good evening. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here tonight based on 2 charges of domestic violence, child abuse allegedly occurring 2 days ago on the 23rd. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointed the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns or want to say anything to me, please talk with her before saying anything, okay?
That's one.
All right. Taking a look at the interim complaint. As well as the pretrial services report. I did note there's a notation of misdemeanor probation, but don't believe there's any petition to revoke that. Mr. Gresham was rated a 4 and a 2 on the NCAA FTA scales. A victim representative was reached for comment. They advised that they do not wish to have any further contact, that the victims have any contact with Mr. Gresham, but added they do not object to his being released from custody. Community ties or community reference couldn't be reached for comment. There is a notation of 1 prior aggravated domestic violence conviction from last year, as well as notations of 2 misdemeanor convictions not involving the same victims from 2021 and 2022. State's recommendation is $50,000 bond. Anything else from state?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would just like to highlight the fact that the minors in this case needed to be documented. The defendant did admit that he was in contact or in control of the children during the entire time in question. And then the story changed a couple times as to whether or not other people were involved. But I think that these allegations are particularly concerning given the domestic violence prior history and the history of violence, as well as the fact that the children had already been removed from his primary custody and under DCS involvement.
Thank you. Defense?
Your Honor, if I can briefly speak with him before responding.
You may.
Your Honor, he's a 2 on the FTA scales. The court noted he's lived in Tucson for 4 years and has ties to the community. I would ask you set the bond in this matter at $10,000.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna set the bond cash secured at $20,000 with pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. I'm also going to order that Mr. Gresham, you have no contact of any kind with the alleged victims, to include going to where they work or where they reside. I'm sorry. I'm also going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, that you not possess any firearms or weapons, and surrender any firearms you may have to law enforcement, and that you be under the supervision and treatment of pretrial services. Preliminary hearing will be set for November the 4th at 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, sir. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused.
See you guys.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Daniel Martinez, 11/18/70.
All right, thank you, Ms. Martinez. Good evening. It's time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here tonight based on two matters. One is a felony complaint involving charges of tampering with evidence and possession of drug paraphernalia. And the second is a warrant issued by Tucson City Court involving criminal trespass in the 3rd degree and possession of drug paraphernalia. Remind you have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. On your felony matter, well, I was going to note that I didn't find probable cause on one of the charges, but it appears that the state is moving to dismiss this case. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Assuming no objection from the defense?
No.
Okay. And Mr. Martinez, on your felony matter, the state is moving to dismiss without prejudice, which means they may elect to bring charge back if they so choose, but for now, you'll be released on that matter. On your misdemeanor, I'm going to set a hearing for you on November the 24th at 2:30 in the afternoon in front of Judge Jay Cranshaw, the Tucson City Court. If I release you from custody, will you promise me you'll appear at that hearing, sir?
Yes, I do. I promise.
All right. I will release you on your promise. I'm going to order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs, and that you not return to wherever this incident allegedly occurred.
Yes.
And with that, that's all I have for you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
It's Washington. 8369.
All right, thank you, Ms. Washington.
Your Honor, please waive reading of his charge.
So noted. Parties will refrain from discussing the specific facts or charge. All right, Mr. Washington, good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here on a single felony charge, which your attorney can go over with you. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud. All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint as well as the pretrial services report. No, Mr. Washington is a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA FDA scales. Didn't have any other wants or warrants pending. Community ties could be verified through a third-party reference. And there were at least 5 prior felony convictions noted. All of them appear to be out of state from 1990 through 2024. The state's recommendation was for $50,000 bond. Anything else from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. As the court has noted, he has not participated with the pretrial services team, so we are unable to verify any information on him. He has a significant history of failing to appear and has a significant history of failing to comply with prior release conditions. of particular concern is the significant criminal history out of Louisiana, which the state believes demonstrates a particular lack of tie to Arizona in particular. And he is facing mandatory prison time if he is convicted on these charges.
All right, thank you very much. In defense?
Your Honor, he's currently not employed and he has no ability to post bond. I'd request that you set bond in this matter of $5,000.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I'm gonna impose a $10,000 cash bond with pretrial services supervision if bond is posted. And I'll order monitoring and treatment as directed by pretrial services. The preliminary hearing will be scheduled for November the 4th, 1:30 in the afternoon. All right, thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
Go out the door, have a few words. Alex?
All right, good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Gordon Allen, date of birth is May 18th, 1971.
All right, Mr. Allen. Good evening. This time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on a felony complaint alleging possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia from earlier today. You also have a pending misdemeanor matter out of the Tucson City Court involving obstructing a highway or public thoroughfare and DUI allegedly occurring earlier today. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on the felony matter. The City Public Defender's Office is going to represent you on the misdemeanor matter. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns or want to say anything to me, please speak with her before doing so, okay? All right, I've reviewed the interim complaint, the pretrial services report, and the state's recommendation. I believe Mr. Allen was or currently is pending in a separate Superior Court case involving the STEPS program and is currently on release to pretrial services. He was a 3 and a 3 on the NCA and FDA scales. And the only notation of any felony criminal history is the case I previously mentioned. State's recommendation is for $1,500 bond. Anything else to add from the state?
No, Your Honor, the bond is a request in lieu of a no bond hold.
And defense?
Your Honor, no objection.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Allen, I'm going to, I'm sorry, there's a notation of step court eligibility. I understand he's already in the program, but does Mr. Allen wish to be screened for the STEPS Court program on this matter as well?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Allen, you're familiar with the STEPS Court program, so I don't need to go over that with you. I'm going to set a bond of $1,500, cash is secured, and I'm going to schedule a STEPS Court evaluation for you. That evaluation will be on November the 3rd at 9 a.m. at the Pima County Superior Court. And I'll schedule a preliminary hearing for you for the following day, November the 4th at 1:30 p.m. at the Pima County Justice Court. If you do post a bond, I'm going to order that you be under the supervision of pretrial services and submit to any monitoring or treatment as they direct. On your misdemeanor matter, I'm going to set a hearing for, December the 19th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Bond. I will not hold you on that matter since I'm already holding you on the felony. Again, I am going to appoint the Pima County, or I'm sorry, the Tucson City, excuse me, Public Defender's Office. I'll further enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to these charges. And advise you that in addition to the right to remain silent, the right to counsel, you also have the right to attend all hearings in this case, to be presumed innocent, and have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in this matter, to include a trial, you may, those hearings or trial may proceed in your absence. You could have a new charge filed against you, or a warrant could issue for your arrest. Additionally, if you're unable to be sentenced within 90 days of being convicted at trial, then you may lose the right to appeal that conviction. You understand all of that, sir? I need you to answer out loud, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. All right. Then with that, sir, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much. You're excused.
There it is.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Living Betters, 12/29, 1985.
All right, Mr. Betters, good evening. This time set for initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on two felony complaints, both alleging possession of a dangerous drug, one is alleging possession of a dangerous drug, and then both are alleging possession of a narcotic drugs and possession of drug paraphernalia. One is from the 26th of September, and the other is from 25 October. And you separately have a misdemeanor case involving criminal trespass in the 3rd degree, shoplifting, and obstruction of justice, all stemming from July of 2023. On all these matters, sir, I want to remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney. And on your felony matters, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you, and the City Public Defender's Office will represent you on the misdemeanor matters. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please talk with her before saying anything out loud, okay? All right. Taking a look at the interim complaints as well as the pretrial services report and the state's recommendation. The state is recommending pretrial services release and a steps court evaluation. From the state.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. Defense, any objection to that?
No.
Okay. Does your client wish to be screened for the steps court program?
Yeah.
Okay. Willing to waive time?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Betters, I'm going to release you this evening to the supervision of pretrial services, which is a branch of the court that's been designated to help folks make sure they don't end up back in custody and make it to all of their hearings on time. So I'm going to release you to their supervision, and I'm going to order that you participate in any monitoring or treatment as they direct. So basically, if they call you and tell you you need to do something, you need to comply because it's an order from the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next, I'm going to set 2 hearings for you. The first is going to be on November the 3rd at 9 a.m. That'll be at the Pima County Superior Court, so you can be screened for the steps court program, which hopefully can help you dispose of your cases without having to consider a plea or a trial. So it's very important you participate in that program fully and that you're on time every time. Lastly, I'm going to set a hearing for you on December 9th at 1:30 p.m. at the Pima County Justice Court. That hearing is a placeholder just in case the steps court program doesn't work out for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. The same information is going to apply to both cases. Same dates, the same conditions.
Thank you so much.
On your city court matter, again, I'm appointing the City Public Defender's Office to represent you. And I'm going to set a hearing for December the 2nd at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Bond. I will release you and promise you'll appear at that hearing. Sir, can you promise me you'll appear there?
Yes, I promise.
Thank you. I'm gonna order that you not possess or consume any alcohol or illegal drugs and that you not have any contact of any kind with any alleged victim to include going to where any incident may have occurred.
Yes, sir.
And with that, that's all I have for you, sir. Please make sure and contact pretrial services as soon as possible, as well as your attorneys, both at the city and the county, and make sure you're staying in contact with everybody. And above all else, do not miss any hearings in your case, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, sir. You're excused.
I better go ahead, step outside, go to the mail. Yeah.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Trisha Burrell, 4376.
Thank you, Ms. Burrow. Good evening. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here this evening based on three different matters. I'm sorry, two different matters. Excuse me. Nope, right the first time. Three. The first involves a warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Catherine Monroe of the Pima County Superior Court, based on charges of possession of a narcotic drug and possession of drug paraphernalia from August of this year. The second involves a felony complaint of possession of a narcotic drug from earlier today. And the third is a warrant out of the Tucson City Court related to charges of criminal damage and misdemeanor assault. I'm sorry, as well as interfering with the judicial proceeding and theft of property. To remind you, you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and on your felony matters, I'm going to appoint the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you. The City Public Defender's Office is going to be appointed to represent you on the city matter. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing. So if you have any questions or concerns or wish to say anything to me, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right. I've reviewed the warrant, the complaints, as well as the pretrial services report. Ms. Burrell doesn't have any other holds that I haven't already previously mentioned. She was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA scales. I do believe she may be steps court eligible on the new complaint. I believe she's already pending on a separate case. I'm sorry. My apologies. I already mentioned that one. And there does appear to be at least 6 prior convictions, including 4 for drug-related offenses. On the warrant, state's recommendation was to honor the bond amount, which is $500. The bond amount of the warrant, I should say. And on the new interim complaint, state's requesting $1,500 bond. Anything else to add? From the state?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is requesting a $1,500 bond in lieu of a no bond hold, and I do apologize. I forgot to click the steps box on the referral paperwork, but the state is recommending steps for that matter.
Okay, thank you. Depends.
Your Honor, I would note that the case in warrant status, it appears that that warrant issued only 4 days ago. However, because it's in lieu of a no bond hold, I don't object to the recommendation.
Thank you. So on the warrant, I'm gonna honor the bond requested by Judge Monroe, $500 cash is secured. And I'll set an arraignment date for next Friday, the 31st at 1:30 in the afternoon. on the new felony complaint. I'll set the bond at $1,500, cash secured. Was your client interested in being screened for the steps court?
Yes.
If you'd like to discuss, feel free.
Your Honor, we talked in a little bit more depth and she does want to do the program.
And Ms. Burrell, again, I'm gonna set a bond for you, $1,500 cash secured. I'm gonna set a steps court hearing so that you can be screened for the program and hopefully have your case disposed of alternatively without having to consider a plea or possible trial. Again, that hearing is going to be on November the 3rd at 9 a.m. at the Pima County Superior Court. There'll be a follow-on preliminary hearing if in case that hearing doesn't go forward, and that'll be on November the 4th at 1:30 p.m. If you are released or do post bond, I'm going to order that you be under the supervision of pretrial services and submit to any monitoring or treatment as they direct. And lastly, on your city court matter, I'm going to schedule a pretrial hearing for you on December 19th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Blue. I am not going to hold you on that matter since you're already being held on the 2 felonies, but I am going to appoint the city public defender's office given the felony holds. All right, man, that's all I have for you. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you. Where do?
Oh, it doesn't come over, but it can be that way.
Have a seat at the table where you deploy.
Good evening. Can you please tell me your full name and date of birth?
Enrique Chavez, 5/15/1996.
Mr. Travis, good evening. Thank you. This is the time set for your initial appearance. You're being seen here tonight based on a felony warrant that was issued for your arrest by Judge Sue Canaster at the Pima County Superior Court. And this relates to a charge of possession of a dangerous drug and possession of drug paraphernalia. You're also pending here on a city court matter involving criminal trespass in the 3rd degree and possession of drug paraphernalia. These charges are from earlier today. Remind you do have the right to remain silent, and anything you say can be held against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and I'm appointing the Pima County Public Defender's Office to represent you on the felony matter. And I'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you on the misdemeanor. The attorney seated right next to you is going to be assisting you in this hearing, so if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with her before saying anything out loud, okay?
Okay.
All right. Review the warrant and the pretrial services report. Don't note any other holds. Mr. Chavez, he was rated a 6 out of 6 on the NCAA and FDA scales. It does appear that there was this warrant was previously issued and he was previously arrested and released to the supervision of pretrial services. Pretrial services noted that they did not receive any contact from Mr. Chavez after this initial release to their supervision. I do note defendant said he was unaware of the charges as well as the warrant. I do notice community ties, although a third-party reference couldn't be reached for comment. And there were 4 prior convictions, felony convictions from 2014 through 2021. There does also appear to be evidence of warrants failing to appear in those cases. State's recommendation is to honor the bond amount of $500 per the warrants. Anything else to add from the state?
Yes, Your Honor. As the court noted, he was already released to pretrial services. He has a significant failure to appear, and the state would highlight the fact that the notice was mailed to the same residence that he listed in the pretrial services information from today, which holds a presumption of having received the notice.
Thank you. Defense?
Your Honor, he's lived in Tucson for 12 years and has ties to the community. He is employed part-time and would like to keep working, but does not have money to post even a $500 bond. This also appears to be a personal use drug matter. The warrant in the case issued, it appears to be less than a month ago. He would like another chance at release to pretrial services, if the court would consider that.
Thank you. Unfortunately, I do have a concern about possible failing to appear based on the charges, or at least the criminal history and the history in this matter as well. So I'm going to honor Judge Monroe's bond request of $500. I'll make that cash or secured, and order pretrial services supervision if the bond is posted. I'll set the arraignment date for October the 31st at 1:30 in the afternoon. And on the misdemeanor matter, Chavez, I'm going to, like I said, appoint the city public defender's office to represent you and set a hearing for December the 19th at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Verena. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty on your behalf to these charges, and further advise you that in addition to the right to remain silent, the right to counsel, you also have the right to attend all hearings in this case, to be presumed innocent, and to have the state bear the burden of proof beyond a reasonable doubt of your guilt. However, if you fail to attend any hearings in your case, to include a trial, a new charge may be filed against you, a warrant could be issued for your arrest, or those hearings could proceed in your absence. Additionally, if you're found guilty at a trial and are unable to be sentenced within 90 days because of your absence, then you may also lose the right to appeal that conviction. You understand all that, sir?
Yes.
Then that's all I have for you. Please make sure and attend all your hearings, participate fully with your counsel. Thank you. And that appears to be everything for the evening.